All right, we're back with a fresh edition, finally, of Weather for Weather Geeks on this Tuesday evening. We didn't do Weather Geeks on Monday. I had kind of a marathon day on Monday due to just scheduling around here. It's the summer, vacation schedule, etc. I did every newscast on Monday starting at 5 a.m. and I appeared on 21 News all the way through our 11 p.m. newscast. Very, very long day. Thankfully, the weather was nice and quiet on Monday. It was pretty quiet today with a couple of exceptions, which we'll get to in just a moment, but since we have not gotten a chance on this video to kind of recap July, let's do that right off the top. July finished at about 0.7 degrees warmer than the average. After a couple of cooler than average months, May and June, July was just slightly warmer than the average, but within a degree, and so really was nothing remarkable in terms of temperatures in July. Of course, July was very, very wet in the northeastern U.S., parts of New England. And all the way back through the Ohio Valley, it was generally wetter than the average. And in our local, pardon me, in our local viewing area, here's a look at some CoCoRaHS observers totals. CoCoRaHS.org, the website to go to find out how to be a weather observer. You get a rain gauge, you report your tally each day, and really helps us out to figure out how much rain has fallen where, and in the wintertime, how much snow has fallen throughout our area. And here's just a sampling of where we've been. Some of the drier areas were still pretty wet. You know, Salem, Hanoverton, Lisbon, some of the lower totals for the month. But even those totals are a little bit above the average, I should say. We don't have any rain gauges southeastern Lawrence County, but wouldn't be surprised if some places did see 7 or 8 inches worth of rain over there with some heavy rain episodes. Newcastle had over 5. At the Youngstown Warren Airport, we finished at just about exactly 6 inches worth of rain for the month of July. So things have really turned around after a pretty dry start to the summer season. We were talking about drought and everyone's yards getting kind of crispy. July really helped us out in the rainfall department. In fact, maybe a little bit too much of a good thing. You know, I've had some comments like, enough already, I need to stain my deck or my fence or whatever. I need a stretch of dry weather. And I think this week is one of your better chances with dry weather expected now Wednesday through Sunday. In the meantime, of course, the other story today was the wildfire smoke making another unwelcome appearance across the Great Lakes and the Ohio Valley. Now, that being said, unlike a couple of our episodes of wildfire smoke in the summer season, this was mostly aloft, and so it really didn't impact the air quality locally. We were in the moderate category for most of the day, and that's nothing unusual. A lot of just typical days around here are in the moderate category in the summer season. But this may change a little bit on Wednesday as the atmosphere becomes a little more well-mixed. Some of that wildfire smoke that's aloft can get pulled closer to the surface. This is kind of a low-confidence thing at this point, but it's possible that this happens. And if that were to happen, we would probably see our air quality be degraded somewhat, maybe even going down into the orange category, a code orange day for Wednesday afternoon especially. That would be unhealthy for sensitive groups. Now, if you remember earlier this summer season when we had some wildfire smoke concerns, we were in the red category and even the purple category in some parts of the area for a time. That was, what, a few weeks ago, a handful of weeks ago. And I don't expect anything like that this time around, but still, our air quality may be somewhat degraded during the second half of the day on Wednesday. In the meantime, the coverage of our showers today, a little bit surprising. This was in areas south and west of Youngstown. We had a couple of downpours that moved through Columbiana County, especially late this afternoon, but these are fading away, and we'll be left with a clear sky overnight tonight. The moon was technically full last night, but very close to full tonight, but it will take on kind of a orangish or reddish hue because of the wildfire smoke still up in the sky for tonight. All right, as we head into the day on Wednesday, not expecting any showers on Wednesday. It'll be, again, a day similar to today, just a little bit warmer, and perhaps with degraded air quality during the second half of the day. Thursday, this system misses us to the south. This will be the warmest day of the work week. We'll get well up into the 80s, and then this cold front will come through with little fanfare Thursday night into Friday morning. In the wake of that front, should be a nice afternoon on Friday. You know, we're going to get back into kind of a northwesterly flow, so maybe we get visited by the wildfire smoke again at the end of the week. Not sure about that just yet, but do think it'll be a pretty nice day otherwise, weather-wise, for Friday. And Saturday looks good as well. In fact, the entire weekend looks pretty good at this point. We've removed rain chances from the daylight hours in our Sunday forecast, and now it looks like showers and storms will try to hold off until Sunday night and into Monday. But until then, I think we're mostly high and dry. So yeah, if you have been longing for some stretches of dry weather to take care of those outdoor projects, all systems go, it looks like, from Wednesday right through Sunday. All right, today is August 1st, and so we now have the updated monthly outlook for the month of August from the Climate Prediction Center. It should be a fairly unremarkable month, both in terms of precipitation and temperatures as well. Here's a look at the CPC's precipitation outlook, maybe above average. The Intermountain West, once again along the eastern seaboard, pretty dry in the southern plains, parts of the southwest in their monsoon season. It may be kind of a underperforming monsoon season, if you will, in places like Albuquerque and El Paso. Temperature-wise, kind of looks like the map we've seen for a lot of the summer. Hottest weather compared to the average in the south and the west coast. Pretty unremarkable around here, maybe kind of like July. We may be within a degree on either side of average for the month of August. I would say that odds probably favor it being on the warmer side of average than the cooler side of average, but it probably won't be by much. I think compared to that 0.7 above average that we had in July, August might end up being something somewhat higher than that, but probably not 3 or 4 degrees above average, but maybe a degree and a half, something like that. That's my gut feeling at this point. But I don't see any high heat coming in the near term. We've only had one 90-degree temperature officially at the Youngstown Warren Airport so far this season, and although we're going to get to 87 a couple of times in the next 5 days, still don't see any kind of prolonged heat wave coming our way anytime real soon. That'll do it for me on Weather for Weather Geeks on this Tuesday evening. We'll have an update on the air quality and everything else you need to know coming up on 21 News at 11 tonight and on Weather for Weather Geeks on Wednesday.